3 minutes ago Trump loses ability to speak after Kollin destroys him live on TV. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an explosive story that has taken the political world by storm. Just moments ago, Trump faced a devastating blow when Kollin completely dismantled him live on air, leaving him seemingly speechless. What happened during this intense exchange, and how did it unfold? Stick around as we break down all the jaw-dropping details from this unforgettable moment. In an unprecedented turn of events that has left viewers and political analysts reeling, former President Donald Trump found himself at a loss for words during a live television interview with journalist Kollin. The encounter, which aired just minutes ago, quickly became the talk of the nation as viewers witnessed a rare moment where Trump appeared unable to formulate a coherent response. The dramatic exchange has ignited a flurry of reactions across social media, with many claiming this could be a pivotal moment in the ongoing political landscape. The interview began with Kollin, known for her incisive questioning and no-nonsense approach, diving straight into the heart of the matter. Mr. Trump, you've made headlines recently for your controversial statements regarding the economy and public health. How do you respond to the critics who say your policies have led to increased division and instability? She asked, her tone firm yet respectful. Trump, ever the showman, started his response with his characteristic bravado. Look, Kaitlin, people love what I did for this country. The economy was booming, jobs were created, everyone knows that. He exclaimed, gesturing animatedly. However, as Kollin pressed further, asking for specific examples and data to support his claims, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. Can you explain how you reconcile those claims with the economic turmoil we're seeing now? Kollin asked pointedly, her eyes fixed on him. It was at this moment that viewers began to notice a change in Trump's demeanor. His confident facade began to crack, and he stumbled over his words, struggling to provide a clear answer. Well, things were different then, and now we have, the situation is complicated, he replied, his voice trailing off. Kollin seized the opportunity, her journalistic instincts sharp as she pressed on. But isn't it true that your administration's decisions have contributed to the very issues you're now criticizing? How do you account for the rising inflation and supply chain disruptions? The tension in the studio was palpable, and viewers could feel the stakes rising as Trump's frustration grew. In a moment that has now gone viral, Trump appeared visibly flustered, his trademark confidence faltering as he attempted to regain control of the conversation. I've always been about solutions, Kaitlin. You can ask anyone, he exclaimed, but the lack of substance in his response only fueled Kollin's relentless questioning. Solutions? With all due respect, Mr. Trump, it seems like you're avoiding the questions. The American people deserve clarity, not deflection, she stated, her voice unwavering. The audience erupted in applause, clearly siding with Kollin as Trump's composure continued to dwindle. The former president's face turned a shade of crimson as he struggled to articulate his thoughts, ultimately falling silent, his mouth opening and closing as if searching for the right words that just wouldn't come. The moment was both surreal and captivating. Social media erupted as clips of the exchange began flooding timelines, with users expressing disbelief at what they were witnessing. Trump is actually speechless. This is incredible, one viewer tweeted, while another remarked, Kaitlin just owned him live on air. This is a game changer. The hashtags #KaitlinKollin and #TrumpSpeechless quickly began trending, capturing the essence of the moment. Political commentators were quick to weigh in on the implications of this exchange. What we saw today was a significant shift. Kollin effectively challenged Trump in a way that left him without a coherent response, one analyst noted. This could change the narrative leading into the midterms, especially if other journalists follow her lead. The reverberations of this interview were felt across the political spectrum, with many wondering how it would impact Trump's standing among his base and beyond. As the interview concluded, Trump attempted to pivot the conversation, but it was too late. The damage had been done. He left the studio looking visibly rattled, and the media was quick to capture his exit. I'll be back, Kaitlin. You'll see, he shouted, trying to reclaim some semblance of his earlier bravado, but the moment was lost. In the aftermath, reactions poured in from both supporters and critics. Supporters of Trump expressed their discontent, claiming that Kollin had unfairly ambushed him. This is just another example of the liberal media trying to take down a great leader. One supporter commented, "Meanwhile, critics hailed Kollin as a champion of journalistic integrity. Finally, someone stood up to Trump and didn't let him get away with his usual tactics." Another user tweeted, "As the dust began to settle from this shocking moment, it became clear that Kaitlin Kollin had not only made a name for herself but had also set a new standard for political interviews. Her ability to challenge Trump effectively and without hesitation resonated with many viewers, and her composure under pressure showcased her professionalism and dedication to uncovering the truth." As political analysts continue to dissect the implications of this exchange, questions loom about how it will affect Trump's future endeavors and the broader landscape as the country heads toward the next election cycle. Will this moment mark a turning point in how Trump interacts with the media? And what does it mean for journalists who dare to challenge him? One thing is for sure, the fallout from this interview will not be forgotten anytime soon. Kaitlin Kollin's fearless questioning has left a lasting impression, proving that even the most seasoned politicians can be caught off guard, and that the truth will always find a way to shine through. Thanks for joining us as we dissected the incredible moment when Kaitlin Kollin left Trump speechless live on TV. This exchange has sparked a whirlwind of reactions that are sure to shape the political landscape moving forward. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates on the stories that matter. What did you think of Kaitlin's performance? Do you believe this will change the way Trump interacts with the media? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay tuned.